It's the place you go when you finish your show. We're your two best friends. Our names are Max and Ben. We're self-proclaimed television experts. It's Reality Alert.
Hey, cuties! How we doing?
Any cuties in the chat? Hello. We're Ben and Max. We've rebranded as the Big Cuties. We heard that that's trending, so here we go.
Yes, we're the Big Cuties now.
Yes.
Oh, thank you to Carrie Mitchell in the chat. She says she's binged all 10 of our episodes in the last 3 days. You must be sick and tired of hearing our Texas accents.
Yeah, Texas accents, yes.
It's been a lot.
Yes.
We know Texas.
Yes, factual information. Yes.
Just
better than the couple of negative reviews we got saying that they're stereotypes. I don't know what that word is. I don't know what it means, but it ain't, whatever it is, it ain't right.
If you have criticism for our podcast, keep it to yourself.
Yeah.
We don't give a shit.
We like 5-star positive reviews.
You're welcome for the free content.
Yeah.
Thanks for going out of your way to give us a bad review. Appreciate it. Assholes. And you know what? You only make us want to do the Texas stuff more.
Yeah.
You only make us want to be rooting, tooting Texans all the more. Okay.
I've been waking up doing the Cotton Eye Joe every morning.
I already bought a house in Texas. I'm already moving down the panhandle.
Yeah.
That's what happens, okay?
Yeah.
That's what happens. You make us want to commit to the pit even harder.
Yeah. Well, this was a reunion for the ages.
Yeah, and Shake wasn't even there.
I know. I do think that Shake should have been the host of the reunion.
That'd be funny if they replaced Nick and Vanessa with Shake. And he's just like, you guys are all fake. You're all fake.
It's like, you did this to be on the show, right? You did this to be on the show.
And then he starts going out, rating people 9 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 9 out of 10.
It's weird. I actually think that Nick and Vanessa, we talked about it last reunion. We were like, oh, they actually did like a good job. Or maybe they did a good job for the Ultimatum reunion. There was some reunion where they did a good job.
They surprised us. Yeah.
Yeah, I felt that for this reunion, they were pretty like, meh. I felt
props to Nick. Nick had a couple of planned bits, and it made me
go. And it was like,
I chuckled. I was like, oh, he made the Raven jumping jacks joke, and I was like, yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, he had the Visine and stuff like that, and
Uncle Nick coming in with the prepared jokes. I like it.
I did feel that this reunion was a little lacking in the drama department that I normally like, but
yeah, I mean, when Cutie-gate is the biggest.
Yes. I found it, but I enjoyed it. I did because of Cutie-gate. I did like all the Cole stuff, but everything else, I was like, why aren't people screaming at each other and jumping on couches? Why aren't we going through text messages? Like, why
God, please.
Why are we seeing twerking videos? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to see.
Yes. They should have gotten them Liddy as a titty before they.
Yeah, why aren't people titty Liddy?
I want to get Liddy titty.
Oh, Liddy titty. Sorry, I can't believe I fucked that
No,
up.
I mean, you can. That's the beauty of Liddy as a titty is you can mold it whichever way you want. If you want to say titty Liddy, you can.
That's so true.
Pringle single.
My girl, oh damn.
So apparently the two engaged couples are still together somehow. Matt and Colleen, it's because they don't live together. So
yeah, I mean that's the only way it's working out.
He can't pack his bags and be like, I'm moving out.
I mean, no, you don't
Where
want
is he moving out of his own place? So how can they?
I
really...
mean, subletting is just a pain in the butt, you know.
Yeah.
Who wants
so that's
to
how they're still
sublet?
together.
You know, you don't want to screw over your roommates by asking a friend of yours to move in your place. No, I mean, you don't want to do that. You don't want to go live with your husband.
Yes. I love how they start off with Lex and Brendan. They're like, the big thing we're trying to figure out is like, how do you keep repeating outfits? And she's like, well, they'll arrest me. And I think she's trying to allude the fact that she returns
all of her clothes. That's what they were basically saying.
Yes, but then we looked at her closet and she just had a lot of clothes.
But maybe that's just that week's trip to the mall.
Yeah, I think I think she might return clothes is a part of it, but I think another big part of it.
What else could the arresting thing be
She
about?
just comes from a rich family and has a lot of money.
But what the arresting comment does?
I think she was just saying that to like save face from the fact that she just has a lot of clothes.
Oh, okay. It's not like she's like buying Dahmer glasses or something, right?
No. Your dog smells crime. He's a McGruff, the crime-fighting dog.
He's McGruff, the crime-fighting dog.
Yes. Nancy's mom.
We should address this because this is everywhere. By the way, Carrie in our chat mentions Colleen's face screamed hostage for this whole thing. Huge red flag. Not living together. Yeah, I will say I've seen this parroted on Twitter, Reddit. It's been everywhere today. Everybody is saying Colleen looks under distress during this reunion.
She did not seem happy at
all. She didn't seem happy at all. She didn't.
No. And I'm like, it can't be just about the fucking pool thing. Like, everyone's over the pool thing. Like, Matt was
they were trying to make it seem like it was about the pool thing, that it was just about the pool thing. But it's not.
Matt was even like, because Matt was even like, look, I overreacted about the pool thing. Colleen
settled that a long time ago.
Matt was even like, I overreacted about the pool thing. Colleen told me everything about the pool thing, and then when I watched it, that was everything that she told me. Like, we settled that like a long time ago, and I know that I overreacted. Like, and I don't know if I should believe him on that one, but I felt like I believed him on that one. Like, but there's something very off about, like, she just doesn't seem
there's
happy.
Something so off about everything they were saying.
Like, I'm not saying
that, and the not living together stuff, their excuses sounded like excuses. It didn't sound like two people that were actively trying to live with each other.
Yeah, like, I don't know if I'm gonna jump to the conclusion of saying that I feel like she's like, I don't know. I don't think anyone think like it just.
Well, no, we shouldn't jump to conclusions about what's happening, but we have seen things.
No, we are like, I'm just saying, I don't think Matt's holding her hostage. I think that's what I'm saying.
Well, no, not in a literal sense, but yeah, like she looks distressed, you know, and we have seen the emotional abuse from Matt before, and would it surprise anyone if she was still enduring that?
Yeah, no,
I don't think so.
She just seems
like there was some, but the body language, the facial expressions, they were a little concerning. They were. She was like, concerning.
I am happy, and I was like, well, that doesn't seem happy, Colleen.
Yeah,
like at all.
No, it was. I noticed it too, and it freaked me out a little bit. Yeah, I was like, this feels off. Something feels.
It was
wrong.
very, very weird.
Yeah, maybe.
But Vanessa
we'll find out. Maybe we'll find out
more.
Maybe they'll talk. Yeah, that'll do wonders.
Make a baby and live separately with roommates. Make a baby. So we can have our first Love Is Blind baby. Do it for the show.
Babies cure everything.
Yes, have a baby.
It always saves relationships.
Yes,
always.
Always listen to Nick and Vanessa Lachey about everything.
That's very scary. Yeah.
Yeah. We do get to this pool party. they thank everyone for their brutal honesty, and then they get to Cole, and we get this pool party clip, and Zenab says that it stung, and yeah, Colleen said it was hard to watch, and everybody likes.
I don't understand that because I thought it was a great scene.
Yeah, I don't get why it stung. Even
they've got the famous Bad Boy song in that scene.
Yeah, why wouldn't you watch that and just go like, especially at the end of it? I feel like when I hear. I'm doing the Colleen dance, and I don't even remember what happened in the scene. All I can think of is Cole is a bad boy.
He's a bad little boy.
How can it sting? All I'm thinking of, it's a bop, it slaps. Okay, what happened in the scene again? And I have to look at my notes. Like, I don't even remember what happened in the scene.
Yeah, you blacked out, but somehow you still had notes written down.
And listeners, like, everybody watches this show taking really intricate notes for podcasting, right?
Everybody does.
That's what everyone does.
Well, because everybody has a podcast about it.
Yes, and they have to watch with subtitles so that they can know what people are saying for sound bites.
All of our listeners have Love is Blind podcasts. We watch theirs. They watch ours.
Yes, and they have to keep pressing pause and going back so they can make sure they don't miss something. It takes them like 2 hours to watch a 1 hour episode. Yeah, that's what happens.
It's like a fairy tale.
It's a fairy tale. Yeah, but I just Nancy says Cole never took ownership for that being an inappropriate conversation and apologizing. Yeah, Zenab agrees, says Cole never apologized for that conversation and made her look like a crazy woman. This is where Cole says that's insane because they talked all night. And he apologized that night. Brennan
I love how Brennan was like, "Don't use insane," and he's like, "Fine, crazy."
That's crazy that you would do that. And everyone's like, "That's a synonym, Cole." And Cole's like, "Okay, then you're lying. Then you're nuts. Okay, then you're psychotic. Okay, you should be
in the loony bin.
Then you should be institutionalized."
I'm running out of words, guys.
I'm running out of words.
Okay.
You're cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. You're Crazy Town Banana Pounds. You're cuckoo kazoo.
I was going cuckoo kazoo.
Yes. I do like that. Then he goes to like, it actually almost sounds worse. Then he's like, okay, what I'm saying is you're a fucking liar. it's just like he's like I was trying to actually, by saying you were a crazy person, I was actually trying to let you down easy by saying it wasn't your fault. But I guess I'm just saying you're a fucking liar. You're not crazy. You're just a manipulative asshole. You're a liar. Liar.
I mean, I buy that he didn't apologize.
Yeah, right? I'm sure he didn't apologize.
And if he did, it was like an "I'm sorry you feel that way" or something.
Yes,
like it was one of those. Yeah.
He was just like, I'm sorry that Colleen is hotter than you. Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm still just trying to figure out if you're bipolar or not, so I know how to deal with you.
I'm sorry Colleen is so hot. Okay. I'm sorry that I'm more attracted to Colleen than you. That doesn't mean that I don't want to marry you. It just means that I'm more attracted to Colleen. That's what he would always say. Like, that's what he thinks an apology is. He's like, I'm honest. That's what he would say in these scenes. He's like, I'm going to be more attracted to other women and I'm going to be honest about it. Okay. But I'm not sorry. What I am sorry about is that you feel mad at me. So I'm sorry that you're mad.
Oh, Cole, you got your head in the baby dirt. You need to pull it out, pal.
Luckily, Nick Lachey is here to ask Brennan why he's so impassioned about all of this. And Nick says because it's a bugaboo of his to watch people disrespect others. Is Brennan that a Texas thing? A bugaboo.
Yeah. A bugaboo.
I got a bugaboo
in my boots.
Yes. Bugaboo is actually a song by Destiny's Child, I remember. So I wonder if maybe Brennan is a big Destiny's Child fan.
Could
if
be.
everybody remembers, you know.
No, I think the reason Brennan is so involved in this is because I think Alexa and all the ladies are very tight, and Brennan is tight with them as well, and so he's heard all the behind the scenes.
Yes, no, I understand. Yeah. Although later on we'll get to it. I think that Brennan like tries to keep jumping on Cole about some things, and then when Cole is like, "Okay, where's the evidence?" and Brennan can't back it up, he's like, "Well, I don't know. I was drunk." Like, and it's like, okay, Brennan, but like, you can't just like throw shit at Cole just because like you have a perspective. Like, I thought like we have to be fair. I'm not
buying the "I don't remember" excuse.
Yeah, we'll get there.
We'll get to that because that's a
but
whole.
Like I do agree
if
that
really wanted a straight answer about what happened that night, all they had to do was ask SK, and I think
Cole. We're gonna have to wait till they get to that whole thing. Yes, but it's like Cole is wrong so much of the time, but like Zenab's perception, but based on what we see from the Cole Cutie-gate is that she God, it's so confusing.
We'll get there.
Okay.
It's a whole nother thing.
Yeah. Yes. So Raven and SK. So Ben, you thought that it was a conspiracy and that just let me say, you thought that it was a conspiracy. So just to catch everybody up. So you thought it was a conspiracy and that SK had actually probably given Raven a heads up that he was going to say no. Now, at the reunion,
he's a gentleman.
He says that he did not know until the moment, and he said no on the spot. And Raven
but at the same time, Raven said she wasn't blindsided by this, and she was just emotional throughout the day, and she hadn't prepared herself emotionally for that day.
Well, she says she wasn't blindsided, but she wasn't prepared. She says she was
prepared emotionally. Yeah.
But she says she was shocked, though.
A lot of contradictions there. And I still stand firm with my theory, and I don't think it's much of a conspiracy theory. I don't.
I don't think he told her. And I don't think he told his mom either.
I think they did. I think they did. Sound off in the comments, folks. You think he told her ahead of time or not? Sound off. I think he told her ahead of time.
Oh, Nichelle's coming in late. She didn't get the notification. Nichelle, you didn't miss any of the good stuff yet. We haven't gotten to Zenab and Cole. We've just been talking about the Cotton Eye Joe. Yet. You haven't gotten to Cutie-gate yet. It's all right. But Nichelle, okay. Do you think that SK gave Raven the heads up that he was going to say no or not based on this new information?
I think so.
But moving on, they are dating now. And Ben, didn't you say that Raven's neighbor on TikTok or who's somebody?
Yes, but we were going to save that for Love Center.
Oh,
well, it's out of the bag now. I might as well say it.
Okay.
Yeah, apparently Raven's neighbors on TikTok, folks, you're getting a sweet little taste of what we do on Love Center on our Patreon. Okay. Apparently the neighbors on TikTok of Raven have said they have moved in together. Raven and SK have moved in together.
Yay.
Give us an applause. Carrie agrees with me. Nichelle does not.
Whoa.
Yeah, we got a split chat.
Have these neighbors offered any evidence that they are Raven's neighbors?
I don't know.
We should go on and say that we're people's neighbors.
I believe it. Why not?
Shows.
Yeah, we really should. We really should.
I am happy that they are dating. They're very
I'm so
cute.
happy that
Raven
I'm ready
really
to
grew on me. I love
them.
her. I love SK. I stan.
I stand too, and I'm ready to declare them the winners of Love is Blind season 3.
I think they're my favorite couple to come out of every season of Love is Blind.
You know what? Yeah.
I like them more than Lauren and Cameron. I'm going to come out and say it. I like them more.
I think they're doing things the right way.
I think they're more interesting than Lauren and Cameron, like both of them, because I don't think Cameron's very, very interesting.
Lauren's
like I love Lauren, but
she's doing the heavy lifting on the.
Yeah, Cameron's just like, I love you so much. I'm a robot. Like I love you. Like I'm boring. Like that's my thing.
Bless him, he's a sweet guy, but he is very boring. Let's be
like
honest.
SK and Raven both have like personality quirks, and I'm like, okay, all right, all right. Like I mean, I think Raven's more interesting than SK is, but they both have interesting things going on in the way that they complement each other.
Totally.
Yes.
No, I think their relationship is going to last the longest. I actually think they're going to get married. I really do.
Yes.
Yes, Katrina asked, will they get the $1 million?
When they provide evidence of when they had sex, that is when they will get the evidence. That's why they were asking so much. They have to provide evidence. We find
out that SK was a big liar that one night when he said the streets were calling, and the next morning he was like, yeah, things got a little physical.
Well,
I guess he maybe wasn't fully lying.
Raven said that there was taste testing, so I think he was talking about some taste testing that occurred.
Oh,
yes,
little massage, something
a little
like that. Razzle dazzle, a little razzle dazzle,
a little razzle dazzle going on in there, and it had to happen in the morning because Raven goes to bed at 9 o'clock. He said,
"Yeah, how about that?"
Yeah.
Well, I could totally see her as like a big time morning person,
for the Pilates.
For the Pilates.
Yeah.
It makes sense. It tracks. Yeah.
Yeah. And can you believe that Raven and Nancy, once they got to know each other, didn't dislike each other? But that was boring.
Shock.
That was so boring. Fight. They need to yell at each other like Jessica, like it needs to be like Amber from the season 1 reunion and be like, I'm never talking to you again, you asshole, blah blah blah.
Give us a petty queen, please.
Yes, please. Yes. Bartise, we get to the clip of Bartise and Nancy in Malibu, where Bartise is telling Nancy how hot Raven is. One of our favorites.
One of our favorite clips.
Yes, one of our favorite clips. Dahmer style, baby.
Dahmer style.
Yeah. Vanessa said she had to stand up while watching because her foot fell asleep.
Yeah.
She had to stand up.
She had to walk it off.
She had to walk it off.
We don't need to know every detail, Vanessa.
Yeah, go on. I think what stood out to me the most is Bartise says he doesn't think the feelings were inappropriate, but the way he handled the thoughts were inappropriate. And I'm like, yeah, no shit.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
Yes. Yeah.
No shit, Enola.
Yes, we often can't help the way we feel about things, but we shouldn't like treat other people like shit. Yes.
Did you like my Netflix crossover reference where I said no shit, Enola?
Oh, Enola Holmes?
That's right.
Nice. Starring Millie Bobby Brown?
That's right. I love Nancy saying that she enjoyed being called a smokehouse or a smoke program.
Yes. Damn, that girl.
Well, she is ready to be a mom, isn't she?
She's a smoke program.
She is ready to be a mom. She's ready for those 10 kids.
I don't understand that these
she's
kids
already
are saying.
Screwing up like common phrases and names. Smoke program. I'm some sort of smoke program. Oh, such mom behavior. Yeah.
Matt and Colleen are doing really well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're so grateful for all the fights that they've had.
Yes, that really stood out to me. It helped them communicate.
Yeah. The little day-to-day arguments are really strengthening their relationship.
Yes. I saw that Colleen was blinking Morse code. She was blinking SOS.
You say that jokingly. I was legitimately looking for signals.
You were looking for signals for Morse code?
I was.
Seeing if her hands were
she
doing
kept
like
moving her hair in front of like to block Matt on this side, and then she was like going like this a lot. And I was like, "What the fuck is
She was
going
doing
on?"
sign language with her hands. Me,
Yeah, I guess.
body in the fridge, body in the fridge. Yeah. Yeah, so they don't live together, but in a couple months they are moving in together. I mean, I don't really.
I definitely call bullshit on all these excuses that they gave about why they can't live together yet. It's not that hard to sublet. You know, your roommates won't be that pissed at you considering you just got fucking married.
I mean, if they just said like, you know, we got married quickly and then we realized like we would rather take the time to, you know, date for a little while before we were going to get married, I was going to be like, yeah, like when they said when they said we don't live together, I was like, hey, that sounds like a good idea to me.
Yeah, that sounds smart. Yeah.
I was like, that's good.
That sounds like a healthy step.
You know, but none of you people should be living together.
But instead, it's all about finances.
Allegedly.
Yeah. He spent all of his money on that aquarium date. And broke, so he's got to get that deposit back.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I don't know. I'm
Pretty
sure
weird.
when Netflix lets us interview everyone like they always do, we'll get all the details. Yeah. Alexa says when Alexa and Brennan, things are really heating up. They finally had conflict when they moved in together over dishes. I mean, this couple just keeps getting more and more interesting.
They're so exciting.
This is terrible casting. Who cast these people?
Careful. I think she might be a listener of our podcast.
Oh, you're right. She follows us.
I'm
sorry. They need to know. Stop casting these boring people. It's boring.
If you're going to cast a cowboy, cast a cowboy.
Look, we are podcasters. We should not be. I don't care if they listen to us. Look, this is bad casting. We are journalists, okay? It's bad casting. These are boring people.
You know what I think they were doing? They had to cast.
We're not journalists, by the way. We're comedians. Sorry.
They had to cast. They had to cast the Lauren and Cameron archetype, the Nick and Danielle archetype. They had to cast the couple that they thought was a sure thing. It was a done deal.
But Nick and Danielle got in funny fights. They got in not funny fights. She broke tables and wore costumes. I'm
sure that the casting people are very disappointed by what their output was on the show.
Well, they should be, and I hope they learn from it. And we're, after Kelly and Kenny, this never should have happened again.
Yeah, Kelly and Kenny was a big old stink. So give us a duck sound, huh? Oh, that's Kelly and Kenny.
Sorry.
Yeah, there's Kelly and Kenny for you.
What's up with Andrew not coming to the reunion? Come on, bro.
What an asshole.
He really could have just had a redemption arc where he comes in and he just could have like done the Visine and really like bought into it, made a big joke out of it. Like he could have played it up. By not coming, he made himself look worse.
Yeah.
Like nobody was mad about him doing what he did. Like it was funny.
I don't know. Zenab and Nancy seemed mad at him still.
Well, they're gonna, dude. Like Zenab being mad at him, like Zenab being mad at Zenab would be really mad and then say like, "I forgive you for what you did.
I do still love you.
I still love you forever."
No, it would have been nice to have Andrew there.
Yeah, he totally
He could have came in and done bits. Yeah,
I know it would have been great. He really should have just worked it.
Maybe Andrew was there, but he was like under a rug taking photos, wildlife photos, black and white photos of the cats.
He was on his way, but then he saw a really good tum tum that he wanted to lick, and he had to have transcendental tum tum licking.
That's a good tummy.
It's hot in here.
Oh my God, dear Lord.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Woo. Getting steamy.
Yeah, Alexa, they talked about sex. We already talked about the taste testing. Bartise and Nancy. Nick said that they appeared to be destined to say yes on their wedding day. At what point did they appear to be destined?
Great question.
At what point did we say, like, it's destiny, it's fate, it's Kismet? These are the two that are going to say yes. It's Lauren and
You
Cameron.
said Nick said that about Matt and Colleen?
No, said this about Bartise and Nancy.
Yeah. That's a head scratcher, right?
Was it in Malibu when they had that discussion? Was it during the abortion discussion? Was it the abortion discussion in front of the family? Was it the awkward discussion with her brothers?
Was it the drunken fights at the bar, after the bar?
Yeah, like what? At what point
made Nick think?
Yes. Yeah, so Nancy says that she's most upset that Bartise promised that he wouldn't blindside her, and he did just that. Bartise. Apparently the next day, or within 3 days, it was kind of confusing. He had a tall blonde on a boat, and it was all over social media, but he says his sex life is nobody's business. I mean...
Then why is he posted it on?
Yeah, I couldn't tell if he posted it or like...
It sounded like it was somebody else. It
sounded like it was somebody else, like he wasn't doing it. I have to say, like... I mean, it's...
If they are broken up, then they're broken up.
I have to say...
But it is also like, you could make the claim that it is a little tasteless. Like, after you go through a whole ordeal like that, to just, like, go right to the next person that quick.
Yeah, but I mean, people cope in, like, different ways.
Yeah. No, I'm with you on that. But I could also see how Nancy would be pretty pissed off about that too.
Yeah, but it was... I don't even know if Nancy was necessarily saying everything. It was her friends, and I get that her friends were being defensive
and
of
protective
him and protective and stuff like that. But I was kind of like... it's really unfortunate that it appeared on social media, and he should have kind of like made sure that didn't happen. I think that was a major problem, because maybe he definitely should have been more considerate of Nancy's feelings.
Yeah, totally.
That was a major thing. But like, you know, when the relationship is over, the relationship is over.
Yeah.
And they were only together
let's just hope it's not
weeks,
like a Mark situation,
even though they were engaged.
Let's hope it's not a Mark situation though, where he was already.
I know that's the
first thing that popped into my head.
That is what I thought too, but I felt like they would know that if that was the situation, but we don't know, because he could have just met her like at that
it's
party.
True. He could have just
like
met
whatever.
her that next day. But I'm cynical because of the Mark thing from season 1.
But Ben, people just approach Bartise. Okay, he could be. You know, he could be walking down the street, and women will just come out and start licking his tummy.
They'll just start licking that tum. No, but he is a handsome guy. So is it necessarily surprising that he goes to a party and links up with somebody? I don't know. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Sound off in the chat if you think we're wrong here.
I don't know. People have different levels of comfort. People cope out different things. He could have been really heartbroken about it and was just like, oh, like I'm all fucked in the head, like whatever. I mean, I think blindsiding Nancy is the most fucked up thing that happened. But when the relationship is over, I don't really feel comfortable.
There were a lot of fucked up things that Bartise did.
Yes, but I don't necessarily saying when the relationship is over that I'm gonna go.
Yeah, when it's done,
I'm gonna go like, how dare you hook up with someone?
I think too, part of the emotion there is just that Nancy feels like, oh, you know, I would have thought you would have been a little more hurt over this after it was done, to where you wouldn't be trying to run to someone else. And I understand what you're saying with the coping thing. People cope in different ways.
Yeah, and also,
like when you run off to someone else that quick, it's almost like, oh, the whole relationship meant really nothing to you. You know,
and I
that's
see
the feeling.
How you could read into that, but also if it was like a purely sexual thing, you know, it's just like if it was just sex, you know, to him, like it's just, you know, it's just, you know, it's just a purely sexual relationship, and there was nothing attached to it, and he just views it that way. Then, like, what, you know.
Yeah, I could definitely see it both ways. Yeah.
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 But I did kind of see how he was like, "That's my sex life," and they're like, "What do you mean it's your sex life?" And he was like, "Well, I was just having sex."
That's
with
none of your
someone."
business. It wasn't a part of the show. It wasn't on.
Yeah,
camera.
he was just kind of like
that's none of that stuff should even be talked about right now.
Yeah,
it would be our business if it was a Mark situation where Mark was seeing someone while he was seeing Jessica on Love is Blind, then which we found out later on after the altar.
Yeah, I mean, it's obvious that the women are all really good friends and are fighting for each other, which is like awesome.
Yeah,
but yeah, and Bartise did do not great things to Nancy. So
yes.
Well, here we go to the main event of Zenab and Cole. Let's ease in. So it starts off, and we're just at the clothes on the floor and the white piece of chicken, and everyone is laughing, and we get a little bit of we get into the mind of Cole. So apparently his apartment was so messy because the power was out and he had to catch a flight, so he didn't have time to clean it.
Yeah, can't clean in the dark. There's no way. It's impossible.
Well,
I think he could have cleaned up a little.
He could have cleaned it. No, I agree. He definitely could have cleaned up a little.
He should have taken the scrub brush to the toilet, at least.
Yes.
Did a once over.
Yeah, he says he forgot to flush the toilet, and that's why there were gnats there. I'm like, why did you forget to flush how do you forget to flush the toilet?
So what's he saying? There's pee in it? There's like that the forgetting to flush the toilet thing doesn't make sense because the toilet bowl was dirty. I mean, I don't want to go talking for like 20 minutes about this toilet bowl, but
that's also not like connected to the power.
Flush ain't gonna do it.
It's not connected to the power, so I'm really confused about the whole situation.
I am too.
But it's interesting, like the way this starts out, I'm like, Cole is like owning up to things a little bit. He's like, everything was somewhere in the middle. He's like, they made me seem too like goofy and aloof and like, stupid, and they made Zenab seem too naggy, but it was really like somewhere in the middle. And I was like, that's, I agree. It probably would be somewhere, like that. Maybe you two would agree on this. Maybe it's okay. Zenab's like, I could have shown more grace and been better about, the space and stuff. And then Alexa is like, well, all this stuff happened off camera. And I'm like, Alexa, please do tell.
Yeah,
but also
elaborate a little for us.
But also, why the fuck did this stuff happen off camera? Well,
apparently it did happen on camera.
Well, apparently it happened on camera, but
they didn't think it was an important enough storyline
because it fucking wasn't.
Because it wasn't. It wasn't.
Well, it wasn't to anybody watching it. Like in the editing room, like that. Like
I kind of wish they had showed it to the cast at the reunion, so we could have gotten the cast's opinions on it.
Well, it probably would have been complicated because they probably had it like fucking like stored in some crazy file somewhere, and they would have had to go find it. It probably would have taken a little bit of time because
that's what I'm guessing. That's why it was showed up later. Yeah,
dude, they had no idea where that scene was because it seemed to be of so little
right over their heads. Because
dude, it was boring.
Yeah, it was nothing too.
Also, why did the cuties scene at the end? Why was it so long? They could have divided it into
totally
three.
Shortened
I was like, what? Why are we listening? I mean, I guess they're just trying to show that Cole was being nice the whole scene.
I think they were trying to show that Zay was on edge with him.
Yeah.
Like because he was. I thought in my mind watching it, he was doing a nice thing saying, I want to go visit your family in London. And she was being combative about it and weirdly combative. And she's like, no, they're all spread out. And he was like, well, we can fly them in. And she's like, well, there'd be no point in that. They're all in the same place. It's like, excuse me. You just said they were all spread out.
Yeah. Well, the first thing so Raven says it was the tangerine thing. Well, Raven, you're a liar because they're clementines. So maybe Raven's the biggest liar of them all.
Might be.
And she said he said, are you gonna eat all those tangerines? So it seems like there's like people start to talk about how there's a body shaming thing, and then it comes up. Maybe Raven says, and Cole got a girl's number at a bachelor party, and then Cole is like, no, I didn't get a girl's number, because we drank the night away while you were all getting dicks slung in your face, which feels very loaded because we know from what Zenab said that Cole didn't even want Zenab to look at strippers.
Right. Yeah.
But now that this whole cutie scene happened, I'm like, the way that Zenab perceives things, we don't even know what Cole really said.
We don't, and it doesn't help that none of the guys really spoke up about it, and Brennan was acting cagey about it. Brennan was like, I don't remember anything, bro. I never buy that shit. When someone was like, when somebody's like, I was blackout, I was too drunk, I don't remember anything. I call bullshit.
Yes.
You remember going to a location usually.
Dude,
even when you're shit-faced.
He got caught bullshitting, but I bet he was afraid that like Alexa would get mad at him for like not taking her side. It's kind of the vibe that I was getting. Just to like, I'm just guessing because it was such bullshit. So Zenab said the night before their wedding, Cole said, I tried to kiss a girl at the bachelor party, and he tells the girl, I want to kiss a girl one more time before I'm married because I'm engaged. And then the girl said, I don't do cheating. So then it didn't happen. But then maybe he also got her number.
Tell that to Zay.
Immediately
after.
Cole does like.
He is brutally honest.
He is brutally honest, and he does do weird things. But like, why would all of the guys, even though they
doesn't quite add up?
Why would all of the guys, even though they don't kind of, even though they're not that close, kind of like band together and not say anything if they all went somewhere?
They all got real quiet about it. Nobody said a word about it.
And they just seemed to say that they weren't going anywhere. So Cole says Brennan, and Cole says we didn't go anywhere. So the women say you all went somewhere where the cameras went off. And Cole says, Brennan, where do we go? And Brennan says, we probably went somewhere. I don't know. I was blasted, bro. Like, that doesn't make any sense. You would know if you went to a second location.
They probably went to a strip club. Probably.
Maybe. I don't know, because
why are they being so cagey? It's weird.
I don't know, because Matt, you're right. Actually, that might have been the thing. Matt said that because I don't think if they went to a strip club, it would have been that big of a deal. Because the women went to a strip club.
Yeah.
Because Matt says, because Matt goes, I just went in an Uber and went home.
Yeah. He had to go pack his bags.
Do you think they all did like hardcore drugs somewhere? Like, what do you think happened? Do you think there's a conspiracy? It's either that they all did something sketchy, or nothing happened.
Yeah. Either way, it's a weird story.
But I don't feel like Zenab is like a straight up liar either. So that's what is confusing to me.
But I
just don't know.
I do think that sometimes Zenab can project a little too much.
Yes.
I think she does exaggerate a little too much sometimes.
I mean, the cutie story, she totally like her own insecurities totally warped that moment. And
I think it's somewhere in between. I think Cole probably did do something, slipped and told her about it. Was it everything that Zay had said at the reunion? I'm not so sure about that.
Yes.
Like, what if it was just Cole being like, oh, some girl tried to get my number, babe, and I told her, nope, I'm getting married tomorrow.
Yeah.
And it could have just spiraled into this other thing that she said.
And
I don't know. The
Zenab never would have
made me question everything. Really
Zenab never. Yeah, I know. The cutie story really threw everything off. I was like, wow, Cole really got caught. And then the cutie story, I was like, I don't know anymore.
Yeah.
But Zenab never would have. I think Zenab probably had some insecurities going and everything, but like, Cole, none of this shit would have been so bad if you weren't like, if you didn't fuel all this whole insecurity fire by like
that's the
by
thing
just like, you know, like rating her poorly, comparing her to other women, like like doing the whole like you look better with makeup thing, like it's just like,
if she's
dude,
projecting
like,
insecurities, there's a reason for it.
it's
because
his fault.
you were the one who gave them to her.
Yeah.
At the especially in Malibu.
If anyone in the chat, we have a bunch of viewers right now, has a theory, let us know. Do you have a theory on if you think what do you think happened?
If you think we're dead wrong, tell us.
Yeah, what do you think happened with Cole? Do you think that he did this thing with the he tried to kiss someone and then he told Zenab, or do you think Zenab is making it up? Do you think it's somewhere in between? What do you think? Because we're very confused on the matter. We think it's probably somewhere in between, but I don't know if it's a full thing that happened. I just don't know.
Yep.
Yes. It comes up that Zenab says that he
Nichelle does say, didn't Zenab say in the Cuties clip that she doesn't really listen to Cole? Yeah, I mean, she did kind of say, I think she did say that in that clip.
Wow.
Yeah.
Zenab says that he body shamed her a lot off camera, pushed salads towards her, and commented on her face. Cole denies it. I think we saw her comment on her face. I think he probably did it in like, I'm joking, but I don't know how much he was joking. We don't have any evidence of the salads. I'd be interested to see what that footage.
I mean, given him ranking her and stuff in the past, obviously we don't put it past him to have said shit like that.
Yes, the salads. I'm like, now we've seen the cuties thing. I'm like, well, with the food thing, I'm like, I don't see him being like just eat the salad.
I think at times he can just be an annoying little twerp, and maybe it's like misinterpreted as as body shaming or something.
Yeah, I'm not totally.
It's like, leave me alone. Let me eat my cutie. Let me eat my little cutie.
Just because the cutie scene was so different than what she said.
Yeah.
Like, she made it out to be something so different that it's hard to like know. But I don't want to like discredit the way she feels or the way she thinks. Like, we can't,
absolutely not.
We can't just like, I'm just thinking out loud.
Well,
like,
and again, her insecurities are valid because of all the things. Well, valid only meaning like I understand them because of a lot of the fucked up shit that Cole was saying earlier.
Yeah,
in their relationship.
It's also like we can't just
calling her bipolar and
it's also just like one thing being wrong that she's thought doesn't mean that like everything that she's saying is like a lie or wrong, but it does mean that now it's like I now question everything that she said. Yep. Oh, Katrina says, I'm seeing him push the Brussels sprouts in a new light now. Oh, very interesting.
That's a good point.
She said that she didn't like Brussels sprouts. But it was interesting. It wasn't like he was like, just eat Brussels sprouts, Like, if he just...
It's again, it's hard to tell the line of annoying twerp or complete douchebag. What I mean?
But it's also be like the kind of body shaming thing. He was like, just try a few Brussels sprouts. He wasn't like, just eat Brussels sprouts as a meal. Just eat a salad. Like, don't order anything else. Like pushing salads towards you.
From what we saw on camera,
like he was it's very interesting. I mean, it just sounds like annoying or like I don't know. It's hard to. I mean, I don't want to speak out of turn because if these things are like very bad and abusive things, and I'm speaking out of turn, please forgive me if these can be triggering. So if these are triggering and are bad because I might be wrong, then I am wrong. Yes. So just saying.
Yep, absolutely.
If this can trigger eating disorders by pushing food upon people like that, then Cole is completely in the wrong. I just don't know the degrees at which they are completely inappropriate.
Well, and the degrees of how malicious
he was doing it
behind them. Because again, he could just be an annoying little twerp with the zero filter whatsoever. We know he has no filter, and he needs a filter. and yeah, I guess the degree of maliciousness plays a role, don't you think?
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought that Colson's like, it just doesn't make sense. That's why I asked you the bipolar thing. I was like, dude, do not bring the bipolar thing up. Like, stop calling her crazy. Like, we've been over this.
He does not know when to quit.
Yeah, but he
really
does say,
doesn't.
if I was so horrible the whole time, then why were you there? He's like, then why did we even make it to the wedding? It's like, well, I was under contract with the show and I wanted to shove it in your face and get my moment for the Instagram followers, you know? Like, I wanted to be Deepti, you know? Everybody wants to be Deepti.
I want to hit that mill,
followers,
baby.
people. I got to get the million Instagram followers.
You get that mill, you don't have to work a day job the rest of your life.
Bartise was good at like throwing in questions at the interview. You know, nobody was asking questions besides Nick, Vanessa, and Bartise. So Bartise asked, what was the applause for? And Zenab claims that she didn't tell her friends what she was going to say. But now we know that Zenab is a liar about the cuties thing. I bet she planned the whole thing with her friends. Two of them, she was like, and then I applaud, and everybody gets up and follows me, and you guys lift me up into the air, and you chant my name.
And we all sing Queen. We are the champions.
And then we lock Cole in a barn, and we light it on fire Midsommar style.
Yeah. Midsommar style. I love it. Cutie-gate.
Yes, Cutie-gate. I just don't know. But it seems that these two, they should have gotten married. I think they would have been so happy together.
I mean, with how many fights they have, can you imagine how much their love could have grown?
Oh, they would be so strong.
They'd be the strongest couple on earth with how many fights they have. My goodness.
Yeah. Alexa said that she's nicer than she appeared on the show. I saw a lot of comments on the internet about how like Alexa wasn't nice and about how rude her family was and about how rude her friends were. And I'm just like,
I never saw it that way.
There are so many people in the world that just like do not understand sarcasm. Or, like they just don't get it.
Trust us, we know.
We know they do not get it.
We've seen the negative Texas comment reviews.
Yeah, I was like, do not get it. They're like, I can't believe that her friend yelled like, kiss your wife, bitch, at Brennan, like the first time they met him. Like, that was so rude. I was like, it's like a joke. Like, it's not that big.
I never viewed Alexa that way.
It's also like Alexa.
I was like, Alexa and her whole family just have a sense of humor. Like,
yeah, they have a sense of humor. Like, what's the big deal?
It's a little blue sometimes.
Yeah, but she doesn't like, come off. She didn't come off as like a negative person to me.
No, not at all.
I don't know. I don't know what to say about it.
I don't.
Just negative Nancy's. Not Nancy. Not this Nancy though. Not the Nancy.
Not the Nancy.
With the abortion thing, Bartise said he's really proud of us, knowing we were going to be judged for death. For the conversation they were going to have. Yes, Bartise, I'm so proud of everything you said in that conversation. And this would be a really good time for everyone to understand sarcasm. So I hope that you guys understand sarcasm.
Please.
Yes. I'm so proud of it.
Wouldn't be the first time if people
Yes. Colleen's like, it's okay for people to have different views and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, some views are better than others.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Had to say it.
Yep.
Nick invites everybody to clear the air. Cole apologizes to everyone and to Zenab and said he would like to stay friends with everyone. He wants to hang out. He wants to do YouTube collabs. He wants to do Instagram lives. He wants to. Everybody wants to get their follower counts up. Everybody, okay?
Yeah, yeah.
But the first people you should follow is the really great Instagram account. It's Reality Alert Podcast.
Exactly.
On Instagram. So
you're goddamn right.
Yeah, that's really cool. Really cool account to follow. Same account on TikTok. You should follow them on TikTok.
Yeah, we're on TikTok.
Yes, on TikTok. Yes.
Yes, Maria suggests we should replace Nick and Vanessa next season.
Who knows? It could happen.
It could happen. They won't let us interview any of their cast, but maybe they'll let us host the show.
Yes.
We could do a roll call so much better than them. So much.
Oh
better.
My God.
We'd be like, roll call.
Roll call. Zenab and Cole.
I said, where's Zenab? I said, where's Cole?
Shabuya, 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 roll call.
Oh, we'd be so good at that.
I thought this was really amazing in the clearing the air scene. Question. Colleen says it's been a hard process, but she's happy now and she's she sang it. She said she's not a shallow person. Gaga came out. Bradley.
She's drowning now. She's drowning in the deep end.
Oh my God.
She's real deep in it.
She's like, I'm happy. I'm happy.
Help.
I'm happy. Help. I'm happy. Vanessa asked.
And did you see too? She said that she is. She's not just a ballerina. I didn't understand. I thought
she's a ballerina.
I had no idea she was.
Oh, I thought she was in the Coast Guard.
I thought, yeah, or construction.
Construction worker.
One of those two. Weird.
Yes. Vanessa asks if anyone regrets it. Cole does. And Vanessa's like, oh, the first person in 3 seasons. I'm like, yeah, to say it on the reunion, but I bet there are people who regret coming on.
Yeah. Are you
show.
Kidding? You don't think Jessica regrets going on the show?
You don't think Danielle regrets coming on the show? You don't think... Come on.
Vanessa. Come on.
You don't think Andrew regrets coming on the show?
Yeah.
You don't think a bajillion people regret coming on the show?
Well, you're the first. You're the first to say so publicly. Shame on you.
You're the first person to ever regret coming on a reality show. How does it feel? Cole's talking like he's murdered someone. Look at what I've done.
She's dead.
Mm-hmm. He says if he's destroyed someone's self-esteem, then he regrets it. But she says she forgives him. He breaks down and said that he would never say those things, and watching them destroyed him, talking about the things that he said and did. It's like, well, if you never would have said those things, it's weird that you said them. Then who said them, Cole?
Yeah.
Because I watched you say them.
Is he crying because he genuinely feels bad for the things he said? Or is he crying because of that they were shown on TV?
Probably that they were shown
question.
On TV,
Yeah.
and people are mad at him.
I think that's why he's crying. I guess.
Yes. He says that it breaks. But she says that it breaks her heart to hear that he regrets it, and that she like instantly forgave him, and she's not even mad at him.
Yeah.
Are we buying this? That she's not mad at him and that she forgave him?
Oh, no way. She's pissed. She's furious.
I know. I'm like, what? What? I don't believe this.
Oh, she's pissed.
No, she loves him. She's so
hates his
sad.
guts.
She doesn't regret anything. And she's upset that she breaks her heart. And she has all the love for him in the world.
He's pissed at her too. He's like, the reason I never texted you after the wedding, because I was just like, what the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that wedding?
Yeah.
Why did you could have called her and talked it out?
No, because if the only reason you wouldn't text me is because you would have to be bipolar, because someone that loved me wouldn't do that. So you are bipolar.
You are bipolar. Folks, it's sarcasm.
No, she forgives him, and she is all the love in the world. It's okay that if he body shamed her, called her bipolar, allegedly tried to cheat on her, all the stuff that he did. I'm like, if he did all of these things, you shouldn't forgive him.
Yeah. Not unless there's a real sincere apology.
Because it sounds like he hasn't apologized.
Yeah.
Until now. And then maybe you could be like, okay, I apologize. I forgive you.
I mean, he said it himself. He didn't even text her after the wedding.
Yeah, but she's saying, I already apologized to you because I think you're a really good person.
Yeah. Yeah.
So confused.
It's their relationship confuses me more than, well, maybe not more than Matt and Colleen's. It's a toss up. Those are both pretty confusing to me.
I really hope that it turns out that they like try dating again so we can be more confused. They're like, we saw the cutie.
They are really bad for each other. I don't know how in the pods they thought they were good for each other. They're so bad for each other
because they were both wearing masks. They were pretending to be people they weren't.
Yeah, pretty much. Too bad it wasn't like the mask from
he was pretending
the mask, right?
Yes. Somebody stop me. He was pretending to be like more serious, and she was pretending to be more like easygoing, I think.
Yeah.
You know, and it was just not the case.
Yep.
And he couldn't tell how passive aggressive she was.
The pods,
but the pods do the pods. We have to trust the pods. Nick Thompson. When that cutie scene came on, I mean, I was about to like turn it off because the credits started, and I was like, how are we going to podcast about this? Because we hadn't had the cutie scene yet, and I was like,
yeah, it's all speculation. Like we don't.
Yeah, Ben and I had already texted each other being like, I don't know how to talk about this. We're gonna have to have a powwow to see how.
Yeah, it's so speculative. Yeah,
it's really hard to talk about something so speculative. We try to, we joke around a lot, but like when there's no kind of like when they weren't gonna show like any footage, we were just like, so they're not gonna show anything. We were a little worried about it, and then when they showed the scene, I was like, oh, this is good. I mean, we still basically were like, oh, we don't fucking know, but it really helped. It definitely helped.
It put more questions in our head, that's for sure.
Oh, it did. It really did. Cutie-gate.
This was a fun reunion. It was.
Yeah, the more we talk about it, the more I'm like, oh, definitely.
You know, I liked this season better than season 2.
It was way better. I think it was
way better.
It was 5 to 10 times better.
Yes, agreed. And we're gonna do an entire season in review on our Patreon for our Love Center coming up this weekend. We usually do it on Saturdays. Maybe we'll do it sooner. Who knows? But patreon.com/realityalert. We're gonna give all of our awards out for the season. The Sassiest Honey Award, that's gonna be going out. All sorts of
honey, little sassy.
Tons
our favorite
of stuff
couples,
like
our
that.
least favorite couples, the Wendy of the Week award. If you want to find out what all these awards are, come to our Patreon, patreon.com/realityalert. We're going to be talking all about it. We've got our Love is Blind season 1 recaps on there that you can check out. It's going to be fun stuff. Yeah.
Yes. And we just want to thank everyone for joining us this season here on Love is Blind Season 3. It has been quite a whirlwind, but it's been an amazing one together. We've had a lot of new listeners, a lot of support. Thank you. Be sure to follow us on all of our socials. On Twitter, we're at Reality Alert _ Instagram at Reality Alert Podcast. We're always covering new shows. We know that some other Ultimatum seasons are coming up. We have a lot of listeners like The Ultimatum. We cover Temptation Island. There's going to be some new Netflix reality shows coming up. So definitely,
obviously, the new season of The Circle will be covered.
Yeah, definitely stay subscribed and continue to hang out. We cover a lot of shows, and obviously any Love is Blind seasons that comes up, we're going to be covering. So definitely stay with us, stay commenting, send us messages, leave us reviews, all that stuff. We love to hear from you and how much you enjoy the show. Only positive things. We don't want any criticism or critiques. We don't care. Only nice things.
That's
Thank
right.
you.
We're eyeing some of the foreign versions of Love is Blind as well for our Patreon. So stay tuned for that.
Our next Patreon is probably going to be one of the foreign versions of Love is Blind starting next week, most likely.
Yes.
So.
And we have been hearing everybody asking us to cover Married at First Sight. We might give that a try the next season that happens.
Yes.
So if you're really into this production company that does Love is Blind, The Ultimatum, and Married at First Sight, we hear you, and we're looking into it.
Yes, but until then, remember, love is blind until you see the person.
Yes. That's the most important thing to remember.
Yes. Stay cutie.
Stay cutie. Bye.
Bye.
It's the place you go when you finish your show. We're your two best friends. Our names are Max and Ben. We're self-proclaimed television experts. It's Reality Alert.
It's such a